just toasted my transmission. Check engine lights on, D4 lights flashing.
1, 2, 3! What's going on, everybody? My name is Seth and you're watching 252 Squad. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over my 6th gen Honda Accord back here and telling you whether or not you should stance your 98 to 2002 Honda Accord. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So, like I said, this right here is my 2000 Honda Accord. This is an EX V6 car, fully loaded. I got this car when I was 15 years old, so I've had it for about 5 years now, and it's been through a complete transformation journey with me. And tons of crazy stuff has happened with this car, but let me tell you about what it's like now. So currently the car is static on Rev 9 Hyperstreet 2 coilovers, and it makes its driving really, really rough, really, really harsh, but it turns tons of heads, and it makes a lot of really weird noises too, kind of. Also, don't mind it running. The battery's pretty trash in it right now, and so if I turn it off, I can't start it back up without a jump box, and I'm currently a ways away from my dealership, so I don't feel like walking back. But yeah, here it is. So this car, if you look at it, coming along down here, you can see the rear fitment is absolute trash. I'm not going to lie about that. Front fitment's pretty close. It's pretty much fender to lip or fender to tire here if you look at it, technically. Pretty minty right there. But overall, the reason I'm making this video is because I've been like this for about a year now. I've driven about 500 to 700 miles on it. Really and truly, that's because the transmission's slipping and it causes a lot of issues, not because it's low. But I'm telling you whether or not you should stance your 6th gen Honda Accord. And by stance, I don't mean static, I don't mean bagged, I mean just low wheels, fitment, and just tons of looks. And to be honest with you, my overall saying is yes, you should. I mean, most of them are cheap. They are 20-year-old cars though, so you got to keep that in mind. All the bushings are shot, pretty much unless they've all been replaced, they're all shot. All your arms, everything like that need to be replaced. You're going to have to do upper control arms, lower control arms. You're going to have to do coilovers. You're going to have to do bags. Whichever way you decide to go with it, you're going to have to put a lot of money and work into the suspension to get it looking right. But I can tell you right now, building one of these as a stance car is cheaper than building one as a fast car. Ask me how I know. I have a turbo V6 car that I'm building currently, and that is a lot more expensive than what this one has been. So besides all the suspension stuff, let me tell you about what you're going to face with this car. You're going to face a grandma car that looks cool, that's also going to have a lot of issues. Being low causes tons of issues with any car pretty much. But this car had brand new axles on it before I lowered it. They're already slinging grease. The car had a pretty clean fiberglass body kit on it. It's already trashed. It's sanded down in the corners. The wheels were fine. They look kind of curved from hitting fenders. My rears touched the actual coilovers on the inside, so the coilovers look trash. My body lines back here look a little bit rough from just hitting things. As you can see, the car hasn't been cleaned in months, but yeah, that's what one too many harsh bump does to your rear bumper. Overall, your drivability is just going to go to trash, to be honest with you. I used to daily this car. It's got 289,000 miles on it. From ages 16 to 18, this was my primary source of transportation until I got my 9th gen Accord and now my 13 Mustang. And as you can see, I don't think I could drive it even back home for a weekend anymore. It's pretty low, and I don't think it'd make over pretty much any bumps in the road. But with all that being said, it should not deter you from buying one of these and stancing it and slamming it on its absolute nuts, because it is really fun. And to be honest, the cars are cheap. To build, it's cheap. To get into the scene itself is pretty fun. Honestly, stance culture is a little bit better to me, almost in race culture, because a lot of times there's a lot of toxicity and almost aggression in the race car scene. With the Mustang, I can tell you right now, going to a drag strip, you're going to have people almost fighting over a car. While this thing, you get people either saying, hey man, your car's riced and it's trash, or B, you'll get the cool guys who are like, yeah man, it stands for life. With owning a car like this comes a lot of different events you can go to. You can go to pretty much any pop-up meet, have a fun time, drive home, mob with the homies, make lots of loud noises, lots of fun. But you also can't go to certain things like drag strips and enjoy the car there as much as you can with something that's a little bit faster, like my turbo build or my Mustang. Like I said, though, that shouldn't deter you from getting one. It's great to have as a balanced car. To me, it allows me to do things that I can't with the Mustang. It honestly turns more heads than the Mustang, partially because it's really loud, but also just because it looks kind of silly going down the road. And that's about all stance cars do. They look kind of silly, but I mean, everybody who sees them kind of enjoys them a little bit, even if the people hate them. They're kind of like, ah, God, that man ruined a car. But then they're also like, ah, I wish I could ruin a car like that. Now, I know most of this video just seems like rambling to you probably. You're probably like, oh man, this man's not really got a valid point on why you should slam a car, besides the fact that it's cheap, it's going to be fun, and you and your homies can do it in a weekend if you really tried. But overall, I think you should do it. If you have one of these, it costs a lot to make it fast. If you really don't want to go fast and you want to look good, you can do like this. This car, honestly, in total, has cost me a lot of money, but that's because I've hit things and I've rebuilt the suspension multiple times, and it's been through 5 years and probably 50,000 miles of daily driving abuse, not including what it took to stance it. So overall, I say go for it. It's not a bad idea. The coilovers, man, you can go with a really nice set of coilovers, cost you $1,000 to $1,200, maybe even $1,500 if you're really balling. Or you can go bags for close to $3 grand, if not more, if you're really balling on that side too. You can get any type of fitment you want on these cars. There's tons of aftermarket out there, even though they're Accords and not Civics or anything like that in the Honda or Acura platform. They still have tons of aftermarket support. There's a lot of people in this Accord world that will help you. In fact, I'm in a Snapchat group chat as well as a Discord full of guys who are willing to help, willing to share wheel specs, suspension specs, pretty much everything as far as that goes. There's plenty of playlists online, including mine. I'm going to tag in the link down in the description on building a car like this to give you some insight and some help. And if you do want to build a car like this, I say 100% go for it. Make it what you want it to be. Don't build it to other people's taste. Please stop building cars to other people's taste. Make it what you want. Go for it. Throw it on 3 pieces. Throw it on monoblocks. Slam it on its nuts. Destroy a subframe. Do a bumper dump. Do a hood dump. Throw a turbo on a stance car. Who cares? Have fun. Make it your build. And I say go for it. If that's what you want, go for it. I say stance it. I say make it fast. But do what you want to do. Make it fun. Make it practical. Make it horrible. Make it terrible to drive. Just enjoy your car. Stance it. Slam it. Whatever you want to do. Let's get to some driving footage. And before y'all say it's not low, bro, look at that subframe, bro. It's like 1/4 inch. Now, like I said previously, the driving has definitely been affected by this. I do not say this is the greatest for daily driving usage, because if I just turn the wheel, and it starts to scrape pretty quickly.
Not even gonna lie to y'all. Just toasted my transmission. Check engine lights on, D4 lights flashing. Don't buy an auto, please. Well, so the code is for shift solenoid B failed, and if you look, check engine lights on, as well as D4 lights flashing. Looks like it's time to 6-speed swap it.
Well, in conclusion, now that my transmission has died, for good this time, it's toast. I don't have anything but second. But anyways, in conclusion, I think you should do it. I think it's a full send move. I think it's cool to do. I think you're going to have a blast. You and your buddies can do it. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but it's all well worth it in the end. So anyways, guys, if you did like the video, please make sure to drop a like on the video. And if you do want to see the build and the channel, subscribe. Please, it's going to help me rebuild this thing. I do have a spare 6-speed from a CL Type S chilling at my parents' house for it. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Hope you have a great rest of y'all's day. Peace out. I'll see you later.